Good evening, ladies. Good evening, gentlemen. I want to start this off by saying that you can see unfortunately, in the title. I've never actually put that in a title, but I feel like it's very befitting for this evening. I want to start out by before we do anything here. The reason that we're all here, uh, we all continue to come back, is Summer Wells. Oops, sorry. This is Summer Wells. She went missing the afternoon of June 15th, 2021. She went missing from the Rogersville, Kingsport area of Beech Creek and Ben Hill, Tennessee. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. If you wish to remain anonymous through email, you could do so at tips2tbi@tn.gov. Again, that's tips, TOTBI, at tn.gov. Today actually marks the 19th anniversary, which is sort of the reason why I feel like what we're going to cover tonight is especially heinous. Thank you for that, Natalie. Following since day one. Thank you. Thank you for that. Remembering that who brought it to us on day one, right? So, not quite sure what the status quo is or what it takes to keep up with the Joneses these days on these YouTube streets. However, before we do all that, I want to say hi to a few people. Jaded, Nana6, glad to see you here, baby. Amy, CP Cosplay, of course, Lippy, Diana. We got here. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Natalie Chamberlain, for your contribution this evening, baby. You know it means the world to me, baby. Hair Curlers and Crime, hello. Hey there, Casey K. Butterfly Kisses. I saw you over yonder. Thank you for joining us, baby. So many of y'all. I really want to get to this. So, what you're going to hear is an excerpt of about 5.25 minutes. Okay. In this 5.25 minutes, one of our dear colleagues, she goes without mentioning, aforementioning, really sort of knocked the wind out of me today with this here. Gonna call this this little expose here. We're gonna call this Fred and Andy. All right. Now, take a transformative pause right here. If anyone's not familiar, the allegation is that the Bernard Brown clan more over the Bernard clan. They own property in the Fields Road area. Okay. That's this general vicinity here. Okay. Now, something that I know that is very fluent with the GIS, which I just thought that was gastrointestinal stuff. She got me hip to that. There just seems to be. I looked at it myself with my very limited knowledge, and could see the flaws in what was going on this site. So anyhow, the contention is that potentially the property could be somewhere in this area. I know that's a wide swath. That's really as close as, you know, at the end of Fields Road, somewhere in here. Now, I don't know what constitutes what out in here, right? Because when you blow it up and you look at it on, you know, the property lines accentuated, it's a much different picture. It definitely looks different, right? So, with that being said, now trigger warning. This is going to get to the portion of the segment where becomes a little dicey. Um, Now, I had to talk with someone before even running this, and I was like, "Is this even is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea?" Right? Hold on one second. Gotcha, gotcha. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? Because of what's in here, right now, kind of kind of try to quantify it in a way that maybe I can understand, and maybe it'll help some of you understand. Sorry if my voice is a little bit shaky. I just, the way that all of this sort of, and I'll get with the discussion area here in a little bit. The way that I heard all of this, it really kind of mule kicked me. Um, and I really wasn't ready for what was going to be, um, in this portion. So, yeah, it was kind of a mule kick. Did you guys hear the video? Okay, okay, put a one in the chat if you heard the video. Okay, when I played it. Yeah, crimes. It's not good. Um, yeah, it's a gut punch, huh? Hair curlers. Yeah, it's one of them thing. Okay, you can hear it good. Okay, so I'm gonna back it up about 10 seconds here, and there we go. Okay, so this is about trigger warning. Okay, trigger warning for everyone. Let me. Uh, there you go. Now, I really want to preface this in a way that just kind of monitoring what the colleague had going on this evening. It was sort of kind of hard to make sense because it all started out with this stuff with the artist, and that sort of segued into some weird, like, well, he already knows, you know, that people are going to try to, you know, and I'm like, well, this is just a little bit, it's a little bit odd, right? Because the title of her video is, you know, is something to the effect of, did the intranet, um, has the internet changed their mind about Don and Candace, right? She seems to hold the opinion early on that, yeah, she feels like people are giving them a pass. She feels XYZ. She goes on to state that she did some driving around in front of Jody's place, honking the horn, but that was it. Um, and then this, and this was like, if you listen to her, she's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing, and I'm just reiterating how I hear it. And I'm not poking fun at all. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is something that Fred said, sort of like she's making a stew, and she can just pull this out of the cabinet and throw that in there, and um, it really is troubling. I'm going to go back just a little bit. Trigger warning, y'all. Okay, take a transformative pause there. So, the colleague says she has this confirmed by a lot of people that this, oops, that this particular area, right? This particular area has been the focus of a heavier investigation. You just coin it and term it that way. Um, so, what we got here? Okay. Um, this area seems to be, in Ziggy's opinion, and what she says other inhabitants of the area, seems to be the focus. I don't remember what the shape of the property was, right? But it's, so we'll continue on. We'll move forward. Now, yes, you heard it right. That was Ziggy claiming that law enforcement told Fred, and I don't know, wasn't there, that they allegedly may have found a shallow grave and that she may have potentially been moved. Okay, bear with me here. So you can't hear. All right. Uh, just give me a moment here. Wait. It shouldn't matter. It's coming through the microphone. You can hear me. I don't know why you can't hear the video. They was like, I had somebody in the chat say they could hear it just fine. Put a one in the chat if you can hear the video. All right, bear with me. It's good now. It's good now. All right. I apologize. Seems befitting, doesn't it? All right. Now, all I've said, allegedly, there was a recording from Ziggy's last trip to the creek, and and allegedly this recording, I guess, is no more. Um, so what she's going to do is you're going to hear it now. I apologize. I don't know what the issue was here, but I had some music programs open. I guess that was the issue. So this is Ziggy's account of what Fred said the police told him about some things on Fields Road. Did you hear that laugh? That was that Wicked Witch of the West laugh. Like, oh, I know it's the 19th anniversary. Well, wait, actually, no, I don't, because Benny listened to the whole video and never heard you relate to any of this. Like, it's so sad. Today marks the 19th day, right? Okay. No audio still? What do you mean, no audio? You can't hear. Man, come on, man. Okay, hold up with the text. All right, hold up. Hold up. On the video. Man, it's playing loud and clear. I don't know what you hear. Let me do it this way. I guess it's really.
The incident with the. Oh, I wish I had that recorded with Fred. I'm going to have to re-ask him. I guess.
Can you hear that now? Is that good? Touch your finger to your nose. Yeah, Lippy. Okay, you can hear that now. All right, I don't know. I had a ton of audio beat making stuff open. Okay, I apologize. So now that was not to heighten the dramatics at all. This is pretty it's a miracle. Hey, Ceresia, I apologize, ladies. I just kind of came to the whole scenario really quick, and I think it's probably this cord here that's giving me the it worked, Lippy. This whole thing just became really, I don't know, just became a whole thing. I'm a little bit flustered. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That there was an incident, according to Fred, about law enforcement or something with searches and about information getting out about where they were searching, and something happened where
that laugh right there. I guess that's the one that that's the one that really kind of I was like, whoa. It's not really the laugh of the 19th. You don't call this an anniversary. It's a tragiversity. I don't know what you call it. It's so many things. It's a travesty. It's a tragedy. But it's certainly not one that you want to try to pull the oil out of an old Fred Hill scenario just for shits and gigs, right? It just really found that to be sort of the kicker, the mule kick for me.
Okay, guys, here's something that I remember Fred saying that has never been mentioned before that I know of.
And we'll just wait till the 19th anniversary. You know, Don and Candace, they're they're wide open watching all of this stuff too. And thank you, everyone. Thank you. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't even be able to keep it straight this evening.
Like I said, I haven't been paying attention lately, but Fred said that.
Yeah. I think this is just the Lord's way of telling me, man, you probably had played way too much of this video. She was going to strike you. So, no, hey, Jax, no, it's all good. Yep.
Because, okay, so that area over off of Fields Road, Fields and Bells Road, where that other property is of the Bernards, or Andy, whatever. Because they have another property. The Bernards own another property down over on Fields Road that's actually been searched. And it's been focused on very heavily by law enforcement.
So she claims, and she's corroborated with many other people, that somewhere in this area where the Bernards own the property, that this is part of a heavier investigation. Allegedly, okay? It's all alleged.
And I've heard that confirmed by a lot of people. That's
I don't know what her level of I don't know what the parameters are on her confirmation, and I don't know how many a lot is to her either. Um, Either one of those could be subject to be an issue, right? So you got to take all of this with a grain of salt, right? But I think that that's probably the reason why I didn't really want to come on and do a whole lot today. Um, it's the 19th. It marks the 19th month today, and it happens to fall on a Sunday. And I had my son, and there's a lot of things coming up in the near future for me in terms of doing some traveling, and this is just a lot for Ziggy to do right now, and as a colleague, you got to have more situational awareness. You got to know what today is, what today marks, and it's not one of those Wicked Witch of the West laugh days for me, really. Moving forward.
Definite area of interest for some reason. Well, according to Fred,
trigger warning.
Cops, the law enforcement he said law enforcement found a shallow grave, and claimed that she had been moved. Quite the claim. Over on that other property, they said that they found what looked like was a freshly dug grave area.
Freshly dug grave area. Yeah, somewhere in the vicinity of the end of Fields Road, in this area. She claims Fred said the police told him that in this area they'd found a shallow grave and that they believe she had been moved. This is Ziggy's account of what Fred said.
And quite the claim. Very healthily by law enforcement.
She really just kind of spit it out like an empty cartridge out of a 9mm. Just just business as usual, right? So, quite the day to make quite the claim, Ziggy. You can use some discretion, madam. It's okay. We won't be mad at you if you distress yourself.
Have that confirmed by a lot of people. That's a definite area of interest for some reason. Well, according to Fred, cops, the law enforcement he said law enforcement found a shallow grave, and claimed that she had been moved. Quite the claim. Over on that other property, they said that they found what looked like was a freshly dug grave area.
Freshly dug grave area. Now, we've all heard about these objects she's termed death boxes. We've heard about these. We know that they may or may not have some differing politics when it comes to disposing of. I don't know what all they got going on there. Let's just be real. We've all heard probably a wide spectrum of fact and fiction. So I don't know. I just feel like there's probably a better way to do none of this, Ziggy.
And nothing was there. It looked like she had been moved. And what's weird about that is that with Andy, according to Fred, Andy went down to that property and hadn't been there in a year.
Now, I want to keep it real. I want to keep it all the way a buck when I do it. But you start to think about other things that Ziggy has said in the very recent past. That she said, Chad, you guys have been paying attention. Chad says it was about 4:30, and it changed just a little bit. Now she's in the vehicle, right? She's coming out of Fred's place there. Fred and Laura, they're gone. They're hauling cars that day. Chad swings by. Uh, he's in the area at really bad time. He doesn't know where his people are at that he's going to see. And I don't know nothing about Mr. Chad or any of these other folks. But but
the night Summer went missing. He was talking to Fred about how there was like this little road or something or pathway up to his house, and Fred said that pathway has been gone a year. But Andy, on the night that Summer went missing, was sitting there complaining about that pathway being gone because he had just gone to that property that day. And then, according to Fred, there was a area found that looked like it could.
Now, previous recordings, rather, no, these haven't been made recordings yet. They're recordings, but they haven't been published. He's talked about them. About Mr. Fred wearing some sort of recording device, a wire, as you may. He's worn a wire in the past in this situation. Go talk to folks around in there, right? Well, I try to figure out how you get somebody into life to wear a wire. I think that you must probably maybe got to get them under a jam, maybe. I don't know. But maybe not. Like maybe because it's a little missing girl and it's just doesn't look like there's any hope in sight, that maybe, just maybe, somebody would just want to wear a wire just because. They wouldn't have to be pressured or leveraged in some way, or maybe somebody said to him, this is all speculation. Maybe somebody said, hey man, you want to be a suspect or you want to be a witness, right? The witnesses are the kind of people that'll wear the wire, right? The suspect are the kind of people that we send the people wearing the wire to. Which one you want to be is kind of like in Training Day. It's like, you want to go to jail or you want to go home, right? So
could have been a shallow grave. I'm gonna have to have him tell. I need to get hit that. See, who knows what else?
Yeah, okay. I hope any of y'all made sense out of any of that. Let's try again. I'll give you another shot at that one, Zigster.
Like it could have been a shallow grave. I'm gonna have to have him tell. I need to get hit that. See, who knows what else I freaking forgot. But there wasn't that much that was new.
Oh man, that's a speech like that. You need to win an ESPY award. As for on and off the field in court, integrity, right there. I mean, that was a sackless year. All in one sentence. You went a whole year without getting sacked. You're just a professional at tag, or I don't know, like you.
I'm just so mad that didn't get recorded. But I'm gonna have to have him tell. I need to get hit that. See, who knows what else I freaking forgot. But there wasn't that much that was new. I'm just so mad that that didn't get recorded. But
Well, you're kind of slickery right there, ain't you? Just a wee bit slickery.
But there wasn't that much that was new. A area found that looked like it could have been a shallow grave. I'm gonna have to have him tell. I need to get hit that. See, who knows what else I freaking forgot. But there wasn't that much that was new. I'm just so mad that that didn't get recorded. But Fred knows a lot.
Right on. Girl, you just go from one, maybe it's Maybelline, blemish to the next. Looking ass like, you know, it's kind of like a paramedic. You call a 911 and the paramedic comes to you and he needs help. And that's what this situation starts to remind me of. Like, you just got no court awareness. You just don't know where you are and the hoop is and the ball all at the same time. And you got to kind of have that dynamic in order to be successful.
Fred knows a lot.
I think we both had both. Oh, Ziggy. Ziggy. This was a miss. Yeah, this was a miss.
Fred knows a lot.
It's like fencing. You want to look real serious, but it doesn't really mean anything. Ziggy. Oh, for fuck's sake, you got to do better than this. This ain't going to work no more. I mean, if I remember the history correct, didn't Ziggy come out into the YouTube? She came out the conduit, man, with all that fake CPS paperwork. Her and Griff, you know, grift. Like, what the fuck? This is terrible.
Fred knows a lot.
Fred knows a ha. Are you trying to cough up a kukla? Some shit. Sick of this shit.
Fred knows a lot. He I don't know. I forget how he worded it. That's why I need him to word it. I need him
to. Did she just say it all? I mean, wait. Michael J. Fox and Doc Brown are here somewhere, and she's getting ready to get this thing to 77 miles an hour and take it back 3 minutes to before she talked about shallow grades and moving the child on Fields Road. That's what it is, right? That's what we're looking for here. Doc Brown.
I don't know. I forget how he worded it. That's why I need him to word it. I need him to say how he knew about it, and because it would.
At this point, all you need him for is to back you up. That's all you need him for. I mean, this is the kind of shit I expect out of Nazi concentration camp architects and shit. Like, what is this, Ziggy? This is crazy. Like, let me tell you what. First of all, I don't think Fred Hill probably said any of this shit. If he did, remember the bones?
Make more sense. He talked about again how they were just talking to him or talking law enforcement, like the different agencies were just kind of talking.
And they're like, "Hey, Fred, come on over, man. Bring a fucking 24 and Mick, ultra light, man, and some of that shit you like. You know, you got a little ADHD, man. Bring you some flavors, and we'll have a party and we'll kick around the theory and all the facts and details and stuff. How does that sound, man? But wear your wire. Come on, Ziggy. This is deplorable. This is like the kind of shit Howard Stern would say. For fuck's sake.
About the case, like right in front of him, like he was one of them, he said.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
He said it was awkward because he's like, I don't know. He claimed that there was a shallow or something that looked like a shallow grave that was found near that property. I don't know. That's something to follow up on and see if anybody can find anything else on that.
How are they going to do that? How do you suggest they do that? You suggest they get a personalized YouTube license plate and drive down through there and shit over and over and over, blowing the horn and acting a fool, huh? That's what I think. That's Ziggy's idea of trying to figure this shit out, guys. Unreasonable. This is unreasonable. Wow. Like, I don't really even know that Bullhorn Sweaty has went this far and wide. Holy cow, baby.
See if anybody else knows about it. He said there was something about a dug up area that looked like it could have been a grave area or some place that something or someone was buried, and she was moved.
Something or someone was buried and she was moved.
But I need to write what I'm thinking of.
You're an idiot. Well, your mama did raise a fool. Oh, goodness.
She was moved.
Hold on.
A grave area or some place that something or someone was buried, and she was moved.
So, something or someone, and she was moved. Oh, good God.
But I need to, right while I'm thinking, I'm going to message.
Who?
So I want to remember that.
She's messaging herself. So telling self, remember this shit, it's important. Duly noted. So, let me see here really quick. Let me just expand this thing out. Let me just see what's going on. Let me see who's in here, man. Let me see what the hell is going on, actually. What do we got right here? Saucy Sauce, thank you so much for your contribution this evening, Queen. You know, it means the word to me, baby. What? You know what? I don't do this very often. I'm willing to do it. I want to open this up to anybody that might want to come. How much she charging for readings? I mean, she probably paying to practice on you. Yeah, no, I'll play the. You know what? So this how we'll do it. I served Ziggy up a strike the other day. She hasn't mentioned a damn thing about it. I don't know why. She played a whole video of mine, and I've been having it sitting in there since last year, literally. And I dropped it on her the other day, and then her channel went blank. Remember, guys? And then she came back, and then she shook her boobs in her tank top. I'm back. Look at that. Don't spill water on her. Don't feed her after midnight. Check this out. Look here. You can strike me if you want to. We can go strike for strike. Or you can strike me, you know, and we'll have to do an old duel. I don't know. I don't mean like a 0.2% alcohol old duel. I mean a duel. Listen.
I guess, so there was a incident with the, I wish I had that recorded with Fred. I'm going to have to re-ask him. I guess that there was an incident, according to Fred, about law enforcement or something with searches and about information getting out about where they were searching, and something happened where okay, guys, here's something that I remember Fred saying that has never been mentioned before that I know of. Like I said, I haven't been paying attention lately, but Fred said that because, okay, so that area over off of Fields Road, Fields and Bells Road, where that other property is of the Bernards, like, or Andy, whatever. Because they have another property. The Bernards own another property down over on Fields Road that's actually been searched, and it's been focused on very heavily by law enforcement. And I've heard how that confirmed by a lot of people that that's a definite area of interest for some reason. Well, according to Fred, cops, the law enforcement claim, he said law enforcement found a shallow grave, like, and claimed that she had been moved. Quite the claim. Over on Andy's, that other property, they said that they found what looked like was a freshly dug grave area, and nothing was there. It looked like she had been moved. And what's weird about that is that with Andy, according to Fred, Andy went down to that property and hadn't been there in a year. The night Summer went missing. He was talking to Fred about how there was like this little road or some pathway up to his house, and Fred said that pathway has been gone a year. But Andy, on the night that Summer went missing, was sitting there complaining about that pathway being gone because he had just gone to that property that day. And then, according to Fred, there was a area found that looked like it could have been a shallow grave. I'm going to have him tell it. I need to get hit that. See, who knows what else I freaking forgot. But there wasn't that much that was new.
Not that much.
I'm so mad that didn't get recorded, but
don't tell Ziggy your grandma's favorite recipe. Don't do that. She's gonna fuck it up for everybody. She's the reason why we got rules.
I don't know. I forget how he worded it. That's why I need him to word it. I need him to say how he knew about it, and because it would make more sense. He talked about, again, how they were just talking to him, or talking law enforcement, like the different agencies were just kind of talking about the case, like right in front of him, like he was one of them, he said. And he said it was awkward because he's like, I don't know. He claimed that there was a shallow, or something that looked like a shallow grave that was found near that property. I don't know. That's something to follow up on and see if anybody can find anything else on that. See if anybody else knows about it. He said there was something about a dug up area that looked like it could have been a grave area, or some place that something or someone was buried, and she was moved.
You're silly. Wow. You're so fantastic.
But I need to, right while I'm thinking I'm going to message.
You need to message your pastor, girl, because you are batshit crazy. Holy cow. And you had, at that point,
so I want to remember that.
You had probably about 300 people listen to this, that bullshit you had going on over there. Let me tell you what, Ziggy. This is by far and large the lowest, I think, the stoopery has went. Oh, the stoopery is low. The lowage on the stoop is phenomenal. It's phenom. This is incredible. Like, even if a sliver of this was true, why would you talk about it in this context? And also, why would you bring it up on one of your, like, I'm trying to get my channel back popping streams? Like, come on, man. Hey, if Macari don't work, then you're going to switch to talking about shallow graves, huh? You are incredulous. I'm telling you, it seems like there's no low you are willing to, you'll see anything. You'll say anything. And you just say that stuff like right there while your kid is right there. Like you just give fractions of very little fucks when you talk about all this stuff, man. Man, right? Like, and then the whole thing about the CPS paperwork in the beginning was like, oh, well, he said he passed it off to you, but told you it wasn't vetted. And you went ahead and you brought it to the line and really, like that, man, that's the history of it, right? That's the history of it. Now here we are, and we didn't skip past the bones. A lot of people, maybe let you make it for whatever reason on the bones. Maybe just people just wanted to just move on quickly from it. Like, I can't imagine, right? Like, I remember because I was right there talking to the Wells that day. You dig? And it was some whole other feelings going on. Man, enough is enough. Enough is enough, right? Like, I don't know if this is some mega super hard on you got for Jody Sue. I don't know what this is, but if that's what it is, like, enough is enough, right? Like it's gotten to levels where it seems unsafe. Some of the other stuff that has transpired while you were out there, like, it wasn't like it wasn't a solo dolo mission. I'll just say that much. I think that, you need to call it off, man. This is very unacceptable. This is very unacceptable. If anyone would not really care to come up and really speak on it, I get it completely. I felt the same way. Truly, I did. Felt the same way. When I heard her, just the way she did it. Let me tell you what. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I misinterpret my own emotions sometimes. We all can, right? I feel like I got it pretty closely pegged I probably got it pegged better than even Ziggy did because there seemed to be a lot of things going on that once you really listen to that thing, really just boil it down to a broth, um, man, Ziggy, totally believable. T- totally believable. I expect this sort of thing out of Don B. Keep it real, man. Expect this sort of thing out of WCIA newsroom or JFTK or let's see, 423 Chase. Yeah. Uh, who else? Put in the chat who else maybe could be responsible for some stuff like this. But man, it always seems like it happens to the right person, doesn't it? I mean, holy cow. It's unbelievable, man. And just the way you're like, oh, look at that. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You just can't even. Like, right? Pretty much. Right, Gigi? Like, fuck it. Sorry about that. Man, and I was on the phone when all of this started, and I could see the trend. And I said, I was like, oh, wow, she's playing dumb. And the person on the phone was like, you know what she's trying to do, Benny. She's trying to get Don and Candace come over there and talk to her. Well, let me tell you what, Ziggy, I don't think this is the way to do it. I've watched about 80 of y'all swing and miss in the past 24 hours. Like, it's been dismal, the performance levels. Like, I don't see any Olympic hopefuls in the bunch. Like, sometimes less is more, right? Um, like, Ziggy, if you were smart, you would have saved that and wrote a book. I don't know what else to tell you about that. Put it in your pipe and smoke it, blow it out your ass. I don't care what you think. Fuck you, right? I've been very mature through this whole thing. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. Um, I don't know. Like, does that even pay one of the payments on this Bammer loan you took? Is that what this does? I don't think it even pays one payment, does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make one payment. Not one payment. So I don't know. There. So there. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Like, just, man, I've seen a lot of things on here. Seen a whole lot of things. This is Summer Wells. She was last seen in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15th, 2021, sometime in the afternoon of, maybe. Um, she was age 6 when she went missing. Say she was 40 pounds, 3 feet tall. If you have any information about her whereabouts, please call 1-800. Please call 1-800 TBI Find. If you would wish to issue a tip via email, the address is tips2tbi@tn.gov. Again, that's tips, TOTI. Note that the weight height may have changed. I guess I never saw that on there before. I don't know why. Email tips to tipstotbi@tn.gov. I don't know. That thing just jumped out at me. I was like, what is all this right here? I never saw that before. Anyways, unbelievable, but totally believable, right? I mean, some kind of way, like, I don't know.
she falls for these things hook, line, and sinker. And I don't know, like when you hear something like that and then you hear it from Ziggy, you got to automatically know that it's bullshit, right? Especially at this length of time, like could have recorded it, like like all this BS time for Ziggy to re-record some shit she had recorded before but burnt it up or whatever the hell she done with it. I don't really even care. Man, when the rubber meets the road, baby. All of you have a great night. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Man, let me tell you what, Ziggy, you need to do something different, baby. You need to do something different. Have a good day.